All right, here we go. Let's take a look to see what's going to be on the quiz. So I'm going to go through question by question. I'm not going to give you like exactly what the questions are, but it's very, very close to exactly what's going to be on there. So number one, you're going to have to know the names of the polygons. So know the names of the polygons if I give you a certain number of sides. So if I told you, name a polygon with 3 sides, what would you say? It's a triangle. Okay, name a polygon with 4 sides. Quadrilateral. Okay, 4 sides is a quadrilateral. Everybody got that? It's not a square. It's not a rectangle. Because every 4-sided figure is not a rectangle. Would you agree with that? Yeah, and every 4-sided figure is not a square. But every 4-sided figure is a what? Quadrilateral. Okay, what's 5 sides? Or 5 sides? Pentagon. We just talked about it when we went over the homework, okay? Penta. Not everybody said that. Okay, pentagon. If I said, what is the name of a polygon with 5 sides? You would say what? Pentagon. Okay, let's rip off more of them. 6 sides would be hexagon, 7 sides, heptagon, 8 sides, octagon, 9 sides, nonagon, okay, 10 sides, decagon, I even forget 11. What was 11? It was a weird one. I forget what it was. Anybody got their notes out? 11 sides. We didn't do 11? Okay, maybe that's why. Yeah, I thought we did 11. What is it? Hendecagon. That's what it is. Hendecagon. That's 11. Obviously, that won't be on the quiz because I can't even remember it, okay? But hendecagon is 11. And then we did 12. What's 12? Dodecagon. And then, did we do 20? What was 20? No, that was for, I think the 20 was for the polyhedron, wasn't it? I don't think we did 20 for a polygon. All right, anyway. It's going to be one of the normal, regular ones, okay? It's not going to be 12, it's not going to be 20, it's going to be one of the normal ones. One of the ones that we discussed is going to be on the quiz. All right. And then I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to give you the name of the polygon, and you got to tell me how many sides. So, how many sides? So, if you know what we just went over, you should be able to do this. So, if I told you pentagon, what would your answer be? 5, exactly. I'm not going to rip through them all. Let's do one more. Octagon would be what? 8, and so on. Everybody got it? Okay. Number 3, I'm going to ask you to sketch a particular polygon. You don't have to be any great artist, right? And it doesn't have to be a regular polygon. It just has to be a polygon with that many sides. So, I don't know. Let's pick one. What's your favorite polygon? Anybody got a favorite? What's that? Anybody got a favorite polygon? Hexagon. Okay, so hexagon. If I asked you to sketch a hexagon, what would you do? Draw a 6-sided figure. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a regular polygon. Okay, all the sides don't have to be equal. All the angles don't have to be equal. So if I said hexagon, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, and there's 6. It doesn't have to look exactly like that. It's just got to be a closed figure with how many sides? 6 sides. If I said what? Hexagon. But I could give you any of them, right? And you just draw me a picture. That's what it means, to sketch a polygon. That's number 3. Everybody with me so far? So that's the thing. Number 1, 2, and 3, you're really, actually 4 and 5 as well. You got to know your polygons. You got to know your prefixes. All right, we just ran through them. They're in your notes. They're on the YouTube video for whatever section. I guess it was section 1-6. We did those. Okay. All right. Number 4 and 5 are two-parters. Okay. First of all, I give you a picture. All right. So I give a picture of a polygon, and you have to tell me 2 things. We'll call it A and B. You got to tell me the name of the polygon. It's basically the same kind of stuff we did here, except I give you a picture. So what do you got to do with that picture? You got to count up what? How many sides it has, right? And depending on how many sides it has, depends on what the name of it is, right? If it's 5 sides, then it's a what? A pentagon, okay? If it's 8 sides, it's a octagon, and so on, okay? Everybody got that? Now, you have to tell whether it is convex or concave. And you have to get both of these right in order to get credit for that problem. Man, still didn't help my call. Everybody got it? What in the world is concave convex? Well, what's this one right here? That's a hexagon. Is it concave or convex? How do you know it's convex? Because if you extended, watch this. If you extended all the sides, everybody watching? We talked about this at one point. We haven't talked a lot about it, but if you extend all the sides, will these extensions ever go inside of that polygon? Will it? Look, let's extend every side. So if I took that and extended it, took that one, extended it, do those extensions where I extended the sides, do they ever go through the center of it or in it? No. So that would mean it's what? So this is convex. What does it mean to be concave? All right, so let's just do these straight lines. Oops. So what if I did this? Oops. Okay, so first of all, name it. How many sides does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a what? So it's a pentagon, right? So that's the first part. It's a pentagon. Now, is it convex or concave? Concave, because if I extend, now look, not every side goes inside of here, but if I took this side right here and I extended it, watch, do you see that? Then it goes through it. Do any of these, if I extend the sides, does it go through it? No, this one does. So what is this one? It's concave. Everybody got it? So if the sides kind of bend in, all right, if you just want to think of it that way, or it makes a cave. Do you see that? You walk into a cave, right? You're walking into it, there's the sides, and there you go. None of these are really entrances to a cave. This would be the entrance to a cave. That's how I think of it sometimes when I'm first learning this, right? So this would be concave, this would be convex. So I give you 2 of those. And I'll tell you right now, one of them is concave and the other is convex. So they're not going to be both concave and they're not going to be both convex. Everybody hear me on that? So it's a huge hint for you. Maybe write that down in your notes. All right, we're halfway done. Numbers 6 and 7 are kind of the same, and you have to find the perimeter of the polygon. Find the perimeter. What does that mean to find the perimeter? What about outside? Give me a better word. Length is a good word. No, it's not. Definitely not area. Area and it's the distance. Thank you. It's the distance. Okay, it's the distance around. Do you remember the definition that I said for a perimeter? It's 2 words basically. It's the distance around. You could say around the object, around the polygon, around the closed figure, but I'm concerned about the distance around. So guess what I'm going to give you? I'm going to give you some kind of figure, and I'm going to put some lengths on here. All right. So this one, they're definitely not all the same. I'm just making this up. Let's say that's 4. Kind of looks the same as 4. Guys in the back, please. Ben, it's mostly you. Just so you know. So 3, 5, I don't know, 3 again. What if we said this, okay? And I said, find the perimeter of this polygon. Then what would you do? Just add up all the numbers. Add up all the outside numbers, okay? Add the lengths, okay? Find the distance around this whole thing. So what would it be? 2 plus what? Let's go in order this way. 2 plus 3 plus another 3 plus a 5 plus a 4 plus another 4. Okay? And then so that's what you do. So let's do that. 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. Plus 4 is 17. Plus 4 is 21. So the perimeter is 21. Now, if I don't give you any units, If I don't give you any units, you don't have to put the units. But what if I said each one of these was in inches? Then your answer should be what? 21 inches. All right? So that's how you should write your answer if everything was in inches. I don't think... Yeah, on one of them I do put units, and on the other one I do not put units. That's as easy as that. What if... Let's make this... let's just keep it 6. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's say I had this. And what if all the sides were the same? Let's make it 5. So 5, 5, 5, 5. You could add them all up. Go 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. You could do that. But they're all the same, right? So what's a quicker, easier way to do it? You just multiply 5 times what? 6. Why 6? Because there's 6 sides. That's right. So 5 times 6, and that would be what? 30. So you would say the perimeter is equal to 30. If I put units, make sure you put the units, okay? If I don't, you don't need to. You can just write it like that. Everybody got that? Okay. So that's 6 and 7, right? Is that what I said? Yep, 6 and 7. All right. Now, 8, 9, and 10 are all the same kind. What do you think? What have we left out so far? What haven't we talked about? Those shapes, okay? So, I think I can still find those shapes. Let me see. Where would they be? They'd probably be here. Geometry shapes, there we go. All right, so I've got all kinds of things. So what if I put that shape? What would you say that was? That's a sphere. That's right. Now I'm going to put 3, 8, 9, and 10. So there's going to be 3 of them. So you would just say sphere. There's nothing else to say about it, okay, if I put that on the quiz. I'll tell you what, let's just get rid of that. Let's just scooch it up. What's this thing? It is a cone, but we got to be specific. It's a right circular cone, okay? So don't just say cone. That's not enough. You got to be specific. It's a right because it goes straight up, doesn't slant. Everybody see that? So it's a right. What's the bottom of it? Circular. And it comes to a point, and that would be a cone. All right? So that's how you would say that one. Everybody see it? Don't just say cone. Be specific about it. It's a right circular cone. What if that point was like over here and those sides, oh, you can't see it because let's do the different color. Yes, you got it. All right, so what if the sides went like this? Oh, I can't do this too well. There you go. All right, so what if it went like that? Then it's not right now, is it? All right, because it doesn't go straight up. But the bottom's still a circle, but it does slant. So instead of circular, what are you going to say? Oblique. You got it. All right? I'm going to tell you right now, one of them's a right something. Okay, it could be a right cylinder, it could be a right pyramid, it could be a right something. And then one of them's going to be an oblique something. It could be a pyramid, it could be a cylinder, it could be a cone, whatever. Okay? Everybody got it? So if it's slanted like this, it doesn't go straight up at a right angle, then it's oblique. All right, so make sure that you say, don't just say, it's just a cone. All right? Be specific about it. All right? You got a whole bunch more that you could do. I'm not going to go through all those. And then you got a polyhedron. I give you one polyhedron. So let's find a polyhedron. Let's do this first. Let's scooch this up. All right, let's find a nice polyhedron. There we go. So, there's a couple good ones. There's a nice one right there. There's another, there's another nice one right there. And let's do this. I'll put that down there. All right, so what if I had that on the quiz? What would you call that thing? No, double-sided. We've never said double-sided at all. We've never one time written that down. How many faces are there? There's 4 right here, and then there's 4 where? On the back. So there's 8 altogether. So this is a octahedron. Okay? Octa is 8. Everybody got it? That's what you would write. What if I gave, well, this one here. Yeah, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that's just the front. Remember, this is 3-dimensional, right? You also got how many on the back? 6 of them. So you got how many altogether? 12. Do you remember that? That's kind of a weird one. Dodecahedron, right? Dodeca. That's 12. All right, guys, you're getting out of control now. All right? It's because I'm letting it go, but no more. Stop. Let's pay attention. Okay? A lot of you guys are in no position to be fooling around, making all kinds of noises and stuff like that. So it's called a dodeca. That's the prefix for 12. And then you just put hedron or hedron at the end of it. Okay? So that's going to be 8, 9, and 10. I just give you a picture. You tell me what it is, but you got to be specific about it. All right? This one you can't really be specific about it. You just call it a dodecahedron. All right? That's just an octahedron. This right there, you can be specific. Okay? If it goes straight up, it's a right circular cone. If it slants, it's an oblique circular cone. But you could have other ones as well. We got a few minutes, so let's throw a couple more on there. This stuff we did the other day in class, but let's do this one. All right, what's this thing? Well, first of all, there's straight sides, so it's not a cone, is it? A cone is just curved, right? It's smooth, right? So these are flat sides right here, and it comes to a point. So generally, very generally, what is it called? If there's, well, oblique is more specific, but just very generally, what is this? This is a pyramid, okay? Because it comes to a what? To a point. So we know it's a pyramid, but we can be a little bit more specific than that. What's the base of it? How many sides is the base? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, somebody said it. He said hexagon. What'd you say? Hexagonal or something like that? Hexagonal is how we say it. All right, guys, knock it off. It's hexagonal. All right, and it's a so we know we're going to put how many sides. So hexagonal. Now, is it right? Does it go like straight up at a right angle? No, it's slant. So it's a what? Oblique. So you could say hexagonal oblique pyramid. You could say oblique hexagonal pyramid. It doesn't really matter what order you put it in, but make sure you have those words. Everybody got it? All right, so that's the kind of stuff that you're going to have on there. It's not just limited to what we've done here. We haven't talked about cylinder here. We haven't talked about prism on here. We talked about it earlier when we went over the homework, but that could be on there as well. Everybody got it? So make sure you know what a difference between a cylinder and a prism is. A cylinder is curved, right? It usually has a circular base, right? And it's curved around the outside. A prism is got flat sides, right? It's not curved, right? They're flat sides. So make sure you know all of those. So that's a lot to study. It's not hard. You're only doing math on what, 2 problems, right? And just adding up a bunch of things. That's not that hard. All right, so the math part is easy. It's knowing the words, knowing the vocabulary. That's what you got to know. All right, that's a pretty good review for this quiz. All right, if you paid attention at all, and then you should be able to do very well on this. All right, you should be able to get 100. From my recollection of giving this quiz, this is where people mess up. Right here with the concave convex. All right, so we haven't spent a lot of time. We did talk about it when we first did the lesson, but make sure you know the difference between convex and concave. You might get the number of sides right, you might get the name right, but if you miss convex or concave, it's wrong. Everybody got it? It's either right or it's wrong. That's it. That's math. All right? It's either right or wrong. Any questions, any comments, anything? All right. So, we're taking the quiz tomorrow, and we're taking a test on Monday. All right, so make sure that you're ready for that. We're going to do another review. When did I say we're going to review? On Friday, right? Is that what I said? Yep, tomorrow we're just taking the quiz, and that's all we're doing. Okay, enough of that. Please be ready for it. Watch the video, all right? If you have any questions at all, that should be helpful.